So welcome to the Aged Care Bathrooms next set. For this video, we're going to be talking about walk-in showers, specifically ones that aren't level access, ones that are about 40mm in depth. Very popular option for us because you often have a bath taken out and a walk-in shower put in. Saves you getting in over the bath or through a walk-in bath door. We're going to talk about all the different aspects of the walk-in shower really as a focus, and then I'm going to be talking about some accessories. This set is sort of made so we can move things around, we can change things. You don't often see a radiator being able to move. Toilet's completely fake, but for the purpose of the video, it lets me explain to you certain aspects of design, safety in mind, that sort of thing. Let's get into it. So we have a nice long walk-in shower here. You notice, because the bathroom's quite long in this set, that it's open-ended, and we've actually fitted quite a short shower screen. Purpose of that really is it makes it easier to film. But when it comes to your choice, you can have that much longer to make sure we capture more of the water when we're in the shower. It can even come a certain length and then have an extra bit, and we'll show you that in another video, what we call a deflection screen, or a flappy part of the screen, which will move to a certain angle and come out to make it easier to get in and out. Imagine there is a wall here where I'm stood, you know, and we're in a bit of an alcove, then having a screen that comes all the way down here is going to make it really difficult to get in. So we tend to have, you know, a deflection screen panel that will move like this. Also, this particular tray we've got down here is an anti-slip tray, and we will give you some close-ups in the video, but basically it allows for, when it's wet underfoot, it to have an anti-slip texture underfoot so that you'll feel safe. What you will notice as part of this set, we have the shower on the back wall there. We've fitted it this way because that's tend to what you see in most designs, most bathrooms. Fundamentally, it's not always the best choice, and I'll talk through why in a minute. But if we just get into the shower for a minute, we always use, as part of the aged care bathroom showers, thermostatic showers, TMV3, hopefully, unless there's some sort of posh shower that would require thermostatically controlled outside of the actual shower area. Effectively, it has an on-off switch on one side and it has a hot and cold on the other. Once you've set the hot and cold, because it's thermostatically controlled, you rarely ever touch it, because when you turn it on, it'll always go back to that same temperature. This particular model has the rainfall, is what we call it. So it will fall above head like rainfall, and then we've got the shower handset in case you're more of a fix it to the rail and it go up and down, or take it off and do your feet. That is just changeable on the shower here with an easy to use lever. And one thing you will notice, we have levers on this shower. We tend to favor this sort of shower because it makes it easier for hands with arthritis, or, you know, palm of your hand movements, that sort of thing, as opposed to something where you have to grab it from the side when you've got wet hands. Really difficult. So all those little nuances is what we think about when we're doing a bathroom. It's really important. We could really use a handset holder for that, but we haven't put it on as part of the set. Yeah, so it's on this long wall. We'd normally have a longer shower screen, like I say, and then you'd stand and you'd shower, and it's great. There's absolutely nothing in this set right now that really points to it being a mobility walk-in shower or a safety accessible walk-in shower, apart from the fact it's really nice and easy to get in, plus or minus a grab rail, and I'll show you some accessories soon. Yeah, this is what you would call a traditional shower. So if you saw this set in somebody's home, you wouldn't think, oh, it's aimed at being accessible, easy to use, replace my bath, that sort of thing. It's just aimed at, you know, looking nice as part of the set. So what I'll do next is I'll show some other scenarios with some extra bit of equipment, where we put it, what we think about when we're building a walk-in shower, so that if we ever do a design for you, or we come and visit your home to measure up, when we're talking about it, what that means in the sense of what it looks like when a grab rail's put here or a shower seat is there. You know, it will all become clear after watching this video if we ever do visit. Let's move on to some product. The infamous grab rail. We've all seen these before. There's lots of different styles. This one tends to be the more popular one, certainly in pictures and online. But as we all know, as much as it is, you know, it works and it does the job, it's not always the nicest looking thing. It's just a fluted grab rail. Serves a purpose, cheap. Some people still request it. It sort of blends in because it's white. or you can get really posh ones like this, which is like a chrome grip variant. So one of the questions we always get asked with chrome grab rails is if you've got a wet hand, is it slippy on the chrome? And that's why we tend to go for these with the grips. Okay, let's talk about the locations of grab rails. So as you're getting in, if you just need that extra bit of balance, we tend to have one somewhere around hip height here on the wall. So we tend to work with you and our installer at the end of an installation to say, right, the bathroom's near enough there, let's get you in and have a look at where you would like 1, 2, 3, none. You don't have to have grab rails, but it just helps if you need that extra bit of balance. Or in some cases, and we'll talk about it in a minute, when we're getting up from a seated position, having a grab rail is always very important. So yeah, you could have it more horizontal, you could have it more upright, depends what's comfortable for you. You can even have it at an angle sort of thing. Imagine there's a seat on that back wall there, having it at an angle helps getting up, and you've got multiple heights there as you get up. So if I added a couple of these in, all of a sudden this walk-in shower in the set now looks like an accessible walk-in shower, right? So little things like that can make a huge difference to your showering at home. So definitely a key one. You've probably already thought about it, worth visiting. Next on the list, shower seats. Now, very, very popular. We always recommend them in one of 3 styles. So there's actually 3 types of walk-in shower seats you can get. So we'll start with this one. This, built by the marketing team, so I'm not going to sit on it. This one is a freestanding shower seat. Very, very simple, very, very basic. It's dead light, really, really light, but you're able to just pop it in when you need it. Take a seat if need be while you wash your hair. Some people find while water's running over the hair and stuff, they tend to lose a bit of balance, you know, certainly if they close their eyes. But again, dead easy, dead movable. You can always take it out and put it aside, you know, if there's multiple people in the home. Thing I will say about it though, as much as it's very easy to move and it's very light, if you're a bit unsteady on your feet, moving that might not be very good because you have to bend over. It does have height adjustable feet, so you can adjust the height to a more comfortable seated position. But still, it's a lot of people find when it comes to balance, if they're bending over, that's when they tend to lose balance. If they're upright, or they've got, you know, 1 or 2 hands on things, they're quite all right. But as soon as you bend over to attempt to lift something, that's when balance can go all wrong. But also, imagine we seat that in here. It's got really nice, safe rubber feet, which is great. But if I sit on that wrong and it goes, we don't want a seat, in my opinion. It's not my favorite choice that has the ability to fall or move. It is quite difficult. You have to really sit on it wrong, but it's always there as a chance. So that is stage 1, if you will, of a shower seat within the walk-in shower. Step 2, I haven't got it out of the box, but we'll show you some videos in the, you know, B-roll, if you will. This is a shower seat that is fixed to the wall and has a single leg here in the middle, and it folds up nicely like that. It may sit on that back wall and it may sit on this wall, whatever's comfortable for you, whatever's decided when we're designing with your surveyor. So imagine it's on this wall. If we're not using it, it will fold up nicely, neat to the wall, so you can still get in and out. Again, if you're thinking about families, more than one person using it, but you drop it down. Key bit here is making sure you get a seat where the seat leg comes down automatically, and then you would take a seat on that shower seat and shower really nicely. So that's step 2, and the reason that's step 2 as a fixed shower seat is because what I have here, a shower seat that I've just opened up because we had one knocking about the warehouse. This one, again, I'll show you, the feet come down on their own, you see, as the seat comes down. But this another one that is fixed to the actual wall. So it would fix to the shower wall like that. But the reason this is stage 3 is because you notice it's also got the arms that can fold up and fold down, and it's cushioned on both sides. The idea here being, if it's fitted in the shower area and we're not very comfortable getting up, it has that ability to push down while we stand out of the shower seat and then we can have a grab rail. We can fit those to many different heights. Like I say, they have adjustable legs, different styles. There's blacks, there's whites, there's wooden colours, there's loads of different choices, and we'll show you all that when we come out to visit. So let's say we pick a shower seat with our designer and we pick some really nice grab rails, and we're thinking, right, let's talk about layouts. Our designers and our surveyors will go through this in a bit more detail than I can on this video. But we talked about at the start of the video, the location of the shower being on that back wall. Now that is a more traditional place. It tends to be the end where the bath shower adaptation might have been, that sort of thing. So it tends to always, in a hotel, be on the shorter of the two walls. The idea being you can stand, it face you, and you can turn around and it hit the back. But when we're thinking about accessibility, and we're thinking about shower chairs in particular, what tends to happen is we tend to move the location of the shower to the longer of the two walls and have the shower seat on the shorter of the two walls. The reason for that is, one, you can turn it on before you get in. So instead of you turning it on and jumping back, which might not be very easy, while it warms up, you know, because it's always cold that first run in the morning. So you can turn it on and off, which is great. But also, if there's any assistance, they can adjust the controls for you and help if needs be. But more importantly, if I use this as a demonstration, if I put this seat on that back wall there, and the shower's here, I can adjust that while seated here, nicely, and the water can come in this direction towards me, which obviously all the water's coming this way then, but when it comes to actually getting up out of the seat in a more safe, controlled way, instead of being side on with your knees close to a shower screen and having to stand, remember you've got a seat between you as well, and then having to sort of lift the seat up and move. If we have it here at the long end, we can stand and step forward dead freely, maybe with a grab rail. So it's those extra little bit of thought around locations of things. Ultimately, it's your choice and what your bathroom will allow. This shower tray is quite a wide one, so it allows me to demonstrate to you in a bit ease about standing here. But if you've got a slightly shorter shower tray, more traditional bath size, it is narrower. So you might prefer to have the shower on this one because then you've got more room when you stand and you step forward out of the shower. Next, we'll talk about a few other little bits you may have noticed in the set here. So we've got this lovely white marble effect wall cladding. There's so many choices. We've got a different one on that wall. We've got a different one on this wall. There are hundreds of choices. It's all personal to you. We'll bring all the choices with us. But ultimately what this particular one is, this one is a certain width, 300 mil wide, and it has a tongue and groove effect. The tongue and groove effect allows us not to use grout or silicone or anything like that, which eventually goes mouldy. We've all got a bathroom that's going a bit black in the grout lines. This avoids that altogether. And it's just really, really easy to keep clean. In fact, you can get some surface cleaners, nothing too abrasive, no bleach or anything like that. You can spray the walls and use the shower hose just to rinse it off, and you're away. It's dead easy to keep clean, fully watertight, more so than a tile in my opinion, because if grout ever cracks, goes a bit dark over time or comes away, then water gets through, and then what happens to that water? Whereas this, unless it's punctured, you know, it's really damaged, there's no water getting through here. Your weakest points of any bathroom are always at the corners, so top you're not going to get any water, but where it's sealed in the corner here and sealed along the bottom. And there is part of a wet room scenario where you don't have the seal across the bottom, and we'll talk about that in another video. We've built a false ceiling in here, so we've got some nice spotlights which are IP rated in your bathroom to make sure it's safe electrical wise. Same for an extractor fan. You can get extractor fans that are 12 volts, you know, safe to be used in shower areas or bathrooms. Might be ceiling mounted, might be wall mounted. Lots of choices, lots of things we can discuss with you on the design visit. We have our fake set here, so you can see through, but we've got a nice basin here with a single tap. Again, lever makes it really easy to move and adjust if we have any arthritis in the hands, that sort of thing. Nice cupboard with lots of choices, again, colours. We can get watertight, so when you're in a narrow bathroom, wet room shower, if any water was to hit this, it's completely watertight, waterproof. Got lots of choices of floor. This is just a nice Carndean-like floor. It might even be Carndean, but you can get anti-slip wet room floors, anti-slip this, anti-slip that, you know, really thinking about the extra accessibility, assisted, you know, bathing equipment, traditional radiators, comfort height toilets, you name it. Everything in the bathroom can be designed around you. So if you have certain needs in the bathroom, if you're just unsteady on your feet, you might not need everything. If you're in a wheelchair and you want to think about the bathroom more with a chair involved that you bring in, like a shower chair on wheels sort of thing, we may be not going for a walk-in shower, but a wet room option. What I'm trying to say is it's completely designed around you, your bathroom and your needs. I hope this video's been useful. I've tried to do it in one take, so I'm a bit out of breath, but great. That's the walk-in shower bathroom video. So just get in touch, or whenever you're ready, look through the brochures and we'll have a full design, you know, conversation with you and create your dream bathroom so you can stay at home.